In this video we're going to be removing the lower control arm, or the wishbone as we say in England. Okay, simple stuff. Start by removing the tyre. Now to undo the nuts you should undo it on the floor because you don't want to shake it off the jack. So safety first, you know. Next thing to do is jack it up from a secure jacking point and then put them on axle stands. Now, like I always say, safety first all the time. So always find a good solid point to put your axle stands so that nothing bad happens. Now we come to the part where we fully release the nuts off the wheel. I've got the impact wrench, so you know it's just super handy, makes everything a lot quicker. I would advise getting one. I don't use it all the time, so you know my one's fairly cheap, but good things to have. Next thing, slide the tyre underneath the car, safety first. It's just a backup plan really. And as you can see, what I'm doing here is just putting the nuts back into the wheel hub itself, so you know I don't lose it or anything like that, and they're all in one place. Okay, next remove the plastic moulding. I'm not sure if it's 100% necessary, but as usual I always like to have lots of space. Now it should just pull down. They come with them little kind of grip clips, so make sure you grab them and don't lose them because it helps to hold it up. And yep, to carry on, move on to the next level. Now the plastic's moulding's moved, you can see full access of all the nuts and bolts are actually on the wishbone itself. So that's the front part of the wishbone. There's the link arm there, kind of skip past that. And this is the rear bushing, which takes really all the stress. Now these ones are 18. The one above that's 18 as well, because that's a nut and bolt setup. Yeah, I think they're all 18, apart from the link arm, which is 16. Now I'm just giving you a close-up of what happens to these bushes. You can see they're ripped and torn. This is because of all the torque from the engine, so this one definitely needs changing. Now using a breaker bar, which is what I always like to use, just to take a little bit of stress. You can see it's at 18mm, and you just go onto it and just help loosen it. This is all I use the breaker bar for, just to help loosen it. Else you get under there, you could slip off the bolt, chip your knuckle, which I'm not a fan of. Once it's loose enough, you could just do it with a ratchet, as you can see I'm doing there, and it's all pretty easy. It should just come out like that once you wiggle it a little bit. Same thing with the rear arm bushing part of the arm. Just loosen it with the breaker bar. Once it's loose and you can feel it spinning, use your 18mm swan neck. You can see it's got that kind of dip down, just to get in there. Yeah, it's much better to use that because I think you would really struggle to use anything else. But as you can see, the impact wrench comes to the rescue and does the hard work for me. Make sure to grab the bolt at the top there. Don't want to leave that, you're going to need that later. Now underneath the end of the wishbone that actually holds onto the wheel are 3 bolts in a triangular formation. It's a bit dark. They're 13mm. You should really try and WD-40 these because the triangle clamp on top can separate from the nut, which leaves it spinning, which means you've got to start cutting it off. Now this is the link arm. Now if I remember, that's a 16mm, if I remember correctly. But as usual, I always loosen it by hand and get a little bit, at least a little bit moving, just to take the little bit of stress if I decide to, like here I'm using the impact wrench and it just drops off, you see. All simple stuff. You want to grease down, put anti-seize when it comes to putting it back on. Okay, now the wheel's loose, you just need to give it a little bit of rocking, as you see I'm doing there, and a bit of encouragement. You might need a hammer just to get it out, but it wants to come out. It's just a matter of finding a way out. Now this could probably be easy if you took off the tie rod end, but mine was a bit rusted and broken and really wasn't serving any real purpose. But there you go, you can see how easy it is. Now you can see, just like I told you. See that? Yeah, you can see that, can't you? You can see that? Look at that nice rip there. They ain't doing nothing. So, time to upgrade these with the TT version.